What up, y'all? It's your boy, Eagle Eye Miller. Welcome back to the Eagle Nest. Hope everybody having a good day, man. Shout out to all my Geminis. What it do? 618, you know it's your boy's B-Day today. What it do? Thank y'all for all those that know me, thank you for the birthday wishes. You feel what I'm saying? But I had to, you know what I'm saying, kind of go through a whole nother process before I could get to this point to tell y'all. But everybody want to know why I got fired from Target. And today is the day you find out. The day before Juneteenth. I mean, what better day to drop this? I couldn't think of any other day than today. So, we keep it short, simple. It's straight up. April 7th, I go on vacation. I come back April 14th. I get there, and when I get there, I request to come to the HR office. I'm like, all right. So I get there. She's in there with another ETL. I already know what time it is. I'm like, what's up? She's like, yeah, so it's been brought to my attention that you've been dating another team member. Now, anybody that don't know their shit knows that at this point, they're trying to catch me up with this verbiage. Team lead and team member, two different things. So she says, it's been brought to my attention that you've been dating another team member. Due to you breaking company policy, we're gonna have to terminate your employment. Now, when I was in orientation, HR at the time, Mike, said the only policy around dating was that, and these was his words exactly. He said, and I quote, "We know that target love happens. The only thing that we ask is that you do not date your direct supervisor." So in this case, my direct supervisor would have been my ETL, not a team lead. So she's already fucked on that part. So I'm like, all right, cool. I don't know what you're talking about. So she get on the phone with her boss. You know what I mean? And they out there talking. She come back into the office and she goes, well, there's really nothing we can do. You violated policy. That's what it is. I'm like, all right. I leave the office. All of a sudden, everybody's at the TSC now. Oh, everybody out there waiting. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, so everybody knew from the get-go what was going on. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it feel like a setup. You feel? But I go back to the office. I tell my team what just happened. I tell them I'm out. I grab my shit and I go. I use the open door policy, right? Because you got to play by their fucking rules. So I play it by the book. Call my ETL. Straight to the voicemail. Okay, bet. Called the district manager. He answered. And when he answered the phone, he's all like, yeah, I'm like, man, look, they just try to fire me over some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now, keep in mind, I'm fishing at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get as much info as I can. So he's like, yeah, I heard bits and pieces of it. I don't know the full story. What happened? I'm like, yeah, they claiming that we were dating and we weren't. And he was like, yeah, I don't know. He was like, I'm gonna have to get all the information and I'll follow up with you. I'm like, all right. And just before we get off the phone, he's like laughing. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, yeah, now this shit is really a game. Like, I've really been set up type shit. So I'm like, all right, bet. I took the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? Went and got me a fat ass sack. Drove all the way back to the crib. And I put my plan together. Now, It's just crazy though to think that they fired me. Like some shit went down obviously when I was on vacation. It was just crazy to think that somebody who was number one in your district, you would just easily just be like, oh yeah, you're fired because we found out that you were dating another team lead. Why not just like move them stores or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't I get the same treatment like the other people got in the store that I knew had relationships that were against company policy? Major red flags, but I'm not tripping because like I know what I'm doing. I've been dealing with shit like this. I done seen shit like this throughout my whole career in retail. I have like 13, 14 years of retail experience alone. So like when it comes to all of this, like it's no surprise. I done seen it all before. But y'all fucking with the right one. I promise you, you fucking with the right one. And that's why I tell y'all, man, y'all gotta when they come at y'all like that, like you gotta know your shit, because if you don't, it's a wrap. But in a case like this, there's major red flags, especially when I know the policy, and especially when I know of people in the same exact store who's been breaking this policy that you say is a policy, and nothing has been done to them. But I get it. Old of a black loss prevention associate, you know what I'm saying? Oh, motherfuckers ain't gonna like me, I promise you. But you about to hear it, because I've been waiting a long time to say it. Another fun fact before I end this: I was the only black male employee in that whole entire store. In that whole entire store, I have a lot of work history. A lot of work history. Warehouse, started off in construction. I'm a union cement mason. Shout out to all my masons out there, you feel me? Retail, security, and every job I've ever worked. I even went to school in fucking Montana. Okay, I went to Job Corps in Montana, and there was more fucking black people out there than there was in in the whole fucking entire store. Like crazy. I've never worked for a company that wasn't diverse until I got here. I promise you, the first thought I had was this: God, why am I here? Like I felt so uncomfortable. There was no niggas around, you know what I'm saying? It was just all white people. I'm like, bro, I stick out like a sore thumb. These niggas gonna be watching me like a hawk. Hey, wait for me to do something wrong. You feel me? So yeah, that's the reason why I got fired from Tarjay. I was just sitting here thinking, y'all, that wouldn't be the first time they've disciplined me for something that wasn't in the policy. Y'all probably already seen that video, me apprehending or trying to apprehend a woman in a red dress. I was written up for that evaded apprehension because they stated that I broke policy by picking up the female's purse. At that time, there was no policy whatsoever stating that we weren't allowed to pick up purses, wallets, etc. Because as long as I can remember, that's part of my bread and butter. If you drop a wallet or a purse, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have the merch in there, you're gonna have some identification in there. I'm gonna pick that up. So they wrote me up saying that I broke policy by picking up the purse, right? And then the very next week, they updated the AP directives, what they call it, and stated that we were no longer allowed to take purses, wallets, etc. These motherfuckers is dirty. You see what I'm saying? So they wrote me up for something that was clearly not in the policy, but then you update the, policy and the AP directives based on what you wrote me up for, just so you could try to cover that shit up. You got the right one. Cause I was already on to your ass. I was already on to y'all before y'all was on to me. And I was just waiting for y'all motherfuckers to slip up. So that was the second, with them firing me, that was the second strike right there. So this wasn't the first time, and it sure wouldn't have been the last time had I stayed with this company, that they'd have kept writing me up for stuff that wasn't in the policy, for gray areas is what we call them in AP terms. You feel me? You gotta learn that shit. You gotta learn that shit, man. You gotta learn that shit, because if you don't know that, if you don't know the shit, they will use what you don't know against you. And I know what they can and they can't do, and I know what's in the policy, because I like to do certain shit. But I know, like, if I ask the questions, they're gonna be like, no, you can't do that. But then, and then at that point, they could say, well, we told you couldn't do that. But see, if I don't ask no questions, because it's not in the policy, I'm gonna do it. So that's what the fuck I did. Because that's something that I've always done. You drop a purse, wallet, yeah. One way to get somebody's ass back in the office, all right, come with me. Or they keep running and they IDs in there. I ain't gotta chase you. Your ID's right here. You know what I mean? But most importantly, like, if you a black man, like, you gotta understand how to navigate through these policies and these gray areas. You feel what I'm saying? And this is why I keep bringing y'all videos on the 5 elements and, receipt checks and shit, because I want y'all to understand what they can and can't do. You feel what I'm saying? And if we don't start doing these things, like standing up to them or standing our ground, holding them accountable, like, they gonna keep doing this shit to the next person after that, your cousin, your grandma, your auntie, your mom, your dad, brother, sister, kids. I don't know about y'all, but they're not gonna run over me like that. And I'm pretty much sure they done figured that out by now. But yeah, go ahead, hit that comment box, tap that subscribe button, tap that like button. Y'all have a good weekend. All my black folks, all my black kings out there, happy Juneteenth. Till next time, let's get it.